Alright, so here's the 3-inch clean out here just off the front corner. And we've got our 4-inch clean out over here. This is just a couple feet to the right of it, forward. This is the one we push through. The lines come down and tie together underneath this base of this tree over here. So we've seen that second branch already, so we're going to go ahead and drop in and look at this line. So this section is modern plastic. Let me do another little jog here. Increase this to the 4-inch. You can see here the roots coming down from that bad connection we just looked at. Coming down into this primary line here. And as we get out towards the front of the yard here under the driveway apron, we're starting to drop steeply now. And then we make a funny downward elbow here into our 6-inch concrete lateral. So this is not a standard connection here. Let's see what it looks like is they just turned the pipe downward with an elbow and shoved it into 6-inch clay pipe. Now I can't see the connection, so I can't verify what they used, but what I can see inside does not look standard. Normally this would be kind of sweeping into that 6-inch pipe and not turning downward into the top of it without a proper Y connection. So this may be an area of concern. Definitely a non-standard connection. Don't know if it's been compromised, but it's something I would recommend for repair. So basically what I'm seeing here on the newer piping through the property, some of the recent repairs, is just kind of substandard work. Non-standard connections, connections that weren't done well, bellied sections of line, things like that. Now here we're getting into an original concrete piping material. This is the section we refer to as the lateral pipe. This is the pipe that runs under the street to connect up to the public sewer. Now these concrete pipes were fairly common prior to 1965. They don't use it anymore. Looks like we've maybe got some little holes or some cracks here that are allowing a little bit of roots to come in through the wall of the pipe. It's not at a joint. You'll see the joint just beyond it. Here could be growing along the top and just hanging down there. It doesn't look like significant roots there. Get a little more significant roots as we get further out here. Now it's not uncommon for these concrete pipes, much like the older clay pipes, to allow roots at those joints. Normally we're suggesting that those roots can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings, but if they're left unmaintained for extended periods, they can create blockages, potentially damage a pipe. So here we're coming up on our public connection. We've got a bit of mortar at the bottom, which is causing some slow drainages. And you hop up over that, you see here we've got some pretty good roots, possibly some offsetting, maybe a broken section here. It's really hard to see. As I push into this, you can see the camera gets covered with quite a bit of mud. Wash it off in the city sewer. Really hard to see with all this soil and root intrusion here. Hard to make out if it's broken or if it's just roots and soil getting pushed in at that joint. Either way, it's problematic. Really hard to be accurate as far as determination if there's any damage here, but the conditions definitely do lean towards a broken pipe or something compromised here at this connection. But really what would need to occur is a good thorough cleaning. Preferred method in this case would be hydrojetting. Could be a little rough if there is a break on this section, but it's not going to cause damage. It may aggravate it slightly, but it'll definitely make it more clear. May have some situations happening here in this concrete lateral. Now, the City of Los Angeles is requiring rehabilitation of these concrete lateral pipes in the event of certain types of construction on the property. And there's a possibility that may come into effect in some other ways down the road. But that's a solution that might handle this situation here. So it should certainly be considered But before anything gets done, we would really want to have this area cleared out and get a better look at it. Alright, so that's basically the entire system. Kind of a number of things going on, mostly kind of substandard. Some fittings that aren't proper, some connections that weren't made correctly and have root intrusions. An area where it looks like there's a termination cap that's been compromised. It should be capped off to prevent those roots. Really, there shouldn't be any roots in this system until you get into this concrete. And they are pretty minor with the exception of this area. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination, and I will be issuing a written report which will describe final findings and recommendations for today's evaluation. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.